Alright everybody, this is Beagle 5 Gaming, and today we are watching Jack the Ripper in his very flashy KanonenJagdPanzer with a 105mm cannon. Now the KanonenJagdPanzer is not really the most popular of all the German Tier 8 tank destroyers. I mean, it even has less DPM than its smaller brother, the regular KanonenJagdPanzer. Now, I don't know what the AMX 1357 is doing there. I mean, yeah, that's funny. But, you know, this is going to be a special game for the KanonenJagdPanzer because Jack the Ripper has already got 2 marks of excellence on this tank. So, let's see what he can do with it. At first he's going to deal 371 damage to the T-71DA. Now let's enlarge the map so we can see what is going to happen. Now it looks as if most of his team is going to camp in the back. I don't think that's going to be a successful strategy, but at least Jack the Ripper is dealing damage consistently, so that's cool. Now, the regular KanonenJagdPanzer, if we can call it that, has a DPM of 2300, almost 2400, while this KanonenJagdPanzer only has 2000. So, yeah. And out of all the Tier 8 German tank destroyers, this one has actually got the lowest DPM. I mean, if you look at it, the Scorpion G comes next with 2400 DPM. And is he going to take the shot? Cromwell Berlin is lucky. RNG is on his side. Who would have thought, right? And there you go. Oh, misses. Now, when you look at the penetration of the KanonenJagdPanzer 105, it's actually one of the best of all the Tier 8 German tank destroyers. It has 268mm compared to 246 for the Ferdinand, 212 for the Jagdtiger 88, and even 215 for the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. In the meanwhile, the rest of his team is pushing up, and on the left flank, not sure whether the E25 can hold them back. Although I often see, you know, these kinds of pushes, and then eventually they stop when they basically encounter one strong tank, and they all think that they will be shot to death when they take a risk. But you know, in reality, most of the time, if you push, you will win. Now the KanonenJagdPanzer isn't the best of tanks. I mean, it's pretty sluggish in terms of hull traverse. I do like the festive camouflage that he's running. Oh, there, the Pershing surprises him. I don't know if he knew that he was coming, but at least he tries to, you know, put some pressure on him while he was trying to flank him. Best that could happen is that he tracks him. If he has got, you know, damaged tracks and he pushes him. Now the Oho is trying to sneak up on him, and Jack the Ripper is probably aware of that, so he's moving back. The Oho could, you know, really hurt him if he doesn't pay any attention. The T-29 and the KV-2 are in the center as well. That's to expect it. While Jack the Ripper's heavy tanks are basically concentrated around the castle, save for the AMX M445, which is now fleeing for the Oho, basically. The T-34-85 is perched on top of the hill, which could be advantageous. I don't know. They do have to fight off those 2 mediums or 3 mediums near them, so I don't think they will be too happy. Now Jack the Ripper makes use of the bush mechanic, so he's far enough behind the bush so he can basically shoot him with impunity, not having to be afraid that he gets spotted once he discharges his gun. And so far he's managed to rack up 2,800 damage already, so that's pretty nice. Now the right flank has fallen. Oh, the E-25 is still there, but it seems that the T-34-85 has been destroyed. It's basically up to Jack the Ripper to make sure that these 2 guys don't, push and manage to, surprise the M44 and perhaps envelop the rest of the team, which is somehow now huddled in the center of the map. Although they are leading 8-5, 9-5, which is pretty good. Now the Oho somehow didn't manage to damage Jack the Ripper, and Jack the Ripper has already done 3,500 damage, so that's pretty cool. Well, let's see if he can get this T-29 as well. Now he has plenty of health to play aggressively, so that's cool. And there's only 3 targets left. Let's see how much damage he can still rack up. Now the top speed of the KanonenJagdPanzer is actually 70 kilometers an hour, so once it puts it into high gear it can go pretty fast. The 1357 is putting some punishment on the enemies. There's an STRV-1 left and a T-34-85. Now that's one of the best medium tanks in the game. And it's dead. And there you go. That's probably the last shot he does. 4,000 damage. So when we look at the post-game statistics, we see that he has, achieved his 3rd mark of excellence. He got a Mastery First Class. He got the High Caliber, the Tanker Sniper, and the Top Gun, which is pretty good. Now this is pretty much an ambush tank. You can't expect to, YOLO around the battlefield and expect to get a lot of damage. Congratulations to you, Jack the Ripper. I really enjoyed watching your match. Thank you all for watching, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.